everyone, welcome to MJS Coaching Football. Thank you for watching my channel. Coach Sullivan here, defensive coordinator this past fall, and I hope your season was as successful as ours was in 2021. In this presentation, I want to talk to you about one of our 3-4, what we call jailbreak concepts. And this one is what we call Spider-Monte. So, non-subscribers, if you push that button, and go to my third down pass situation pressure playlist, you'll see that we already have a Spider Bob. Well, this is the complement to it. Okay. So, jailbreak concept, in this case, Spider Monte, what I'm going to do is go through the key terms. Included in that is what is a jailbreak concept and how do we put it together. And then after I go through those key terms, including here where it talks about the prisoner game for what's meant by first and second, I will then diagram it for you and bring it to life. Included in that will be some of the nuances in the read on the spider side, okay, and then the Monty over here and the whole up concept. All right. So the first key term itself is what's the front here? Well, what you're looking at is what we call 58 up. It's the foundation for our pressure package. Again, non-subscribers, push that button. Okay. So we cover all 5 offensive linemen. We keep our 2 inside linebackers in their 2-point stance, but they're immediately threatening B gap. Okay, and we keep our 3 defensive linemen in their normal stances. Okay. So we're going to necessitate protection changes and all kinds of calls, and we're doing it. Again, it's either third down, it's a passing situation based upon our opponent's tendencies, it's a pressure play, right? It's a simulated pressure automatically, right? And the offense has to figure out, and when the ball snapped, who's coming? Is it all 5? Is it 3, right? That's the beauty of it. So that's the front. The next is how do we determine, right, blitz calls, hence lucky wrinkle. Well, this is always a lucky because we align left to right. So the mic's always on the right. And so what we do, okay, if the Monty's on the right, not if, but Monty's on the right, then that means Spider has to be on the left, which means therefore it's going to be a lucky call. And so why does it have to be a lucky call, right? In the 3-4, the nose, right, your zero technique is always part of both sides. The nose is in the middle. So when you package, right, for us, jailbreak concept combines a prisoner game with a plug. So non-subscribers push the button. I have a prisoner game playlist, right? I have a plug family blitz playlist. Now we have this playlist, and included in the third down pass situation pressure playlist is jailbreak concept. We make the nose a part of the prisoner game. Okay, the first call. And that's consistent in all of our concepts. The nose is a part of the first call. And then it's up to me to package the second call with the first call so then that I don't put the nose in conflict, right? That's my job, right? And shame on me if I put together 2 calls and now the nose is supposed to be going in 2 different directions, right? So what I would encourage you to do, go through your drill inventory, right? Mix and match 2 calls from 2 separate concepts, put them together, making sure that your nose is a part of the first one. And then the second call, right, the nose isn't involved, not getting screwed up. The nose can just execute the call, that in this case, Spider, and he's good, right? Because if you want your kids to play fast with their feet, you got to let them play fast here, right? You got to simplify it. So that's a huge component to everything we do. Simplifying it for our nose, and that's how I've come up with it. He's part of the first call. Boom, done. Okay. So then the spider game, right? In this case, spider's on the left. It's lucky. The backer in the end are the 2 who are going to be involved in reading the offensive tackle, right? So you see first and second in our prisoner games. First means they're the penetrator. Second means they're the looper or the read guy. Okay? So what that means is, in this case, backer's going to stab B gap, penetrate. So we use the term stab, which means we're anticipating its pass. We want you to vertically penetrate. We want to get the two offensive pass blockers on different levels. And we feel we can accomplish that if the penetrator is getting vertical, stabbing the gap. Okay? The end, in this case, is going to sell speed in the C gap while reading the offensive tackle. Okay, so when I get to the diagram portion, I'll show you how that works out. But it all starts with here, the penetrator stabbing the gap, getting vertical, attempting to try and get the two pass blockers on different levels. Right? So then the remaining three, nose, mic, and stud. Right? The nose is going to stab the A gap. The mic's going to plug the B gap, and the stud in this case is going to speed rush the C gap, right? So stab A, plug B, speed C. Okay? And so now, how does this all play out? So I purposely have the offensive tackle boxed here because that's the guy we're reading. Okay? So the backer first on the snap of the football, right? Stabbing, penetrating, getting vertical through the B gap. Okay, reading the offensive tackle. The end, selling the speed. And he's not just selling it, he's executing a speed rush, because if the offensive tackle faces him, opens out, which is what we anticipate. We usually get tackle on the edge. Okay, the backer works out for cage because he knows the defensive end is now going to loop inside because the tackle's facing him. So he has to get cage. Okay? And then what the end does is he reads the guard. And so we expect the guard usually blocks the backer, right? It's man protection. We get the impact we have on protection is we usually gets man up, right? Whether the back's involved or not. Up front, they're man. So when he sees the guard, then he's going to loop butt side of the guard. So to make sure we have outside cage first, okay, the penetrator, in this case the backer, while stabbing B gap, he sees the tackle's not blocking him, right? He's got the butt of the tackle. He works outside for cage because he knows the end is going to be looping inside. All right, and that's the spider game. Okay, trying to get the guard, hopefully deep setting, which will open things up for the defensive end looping when he reads, right? Again, different level. There won't be anybody there to pick him up. That's the point. Nose, right? It's a lucky. He knows he's stabbing the right A gap. He obviously is plugging the B gap he's lined up in. I say obviously, I apologize for that. Monty is Mike, plug B gap. And then the stud is speed rushing C gap. So he has outside cage. In this scenario, the backer has outside cage. You always got to make sure you have a sign who's got outside cage on both sides. Because you're going to force the quarterback out of the pocket. You got to make sure you have contain, or what we call cage, keep them in the cage on both sides. So that is how we execute Spider-Monte. So as I said at the beginning, thank you for watching MJS Coaching Football. If anybody, subscribers or non-subscribers, have questions, please reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com, because I would love to talk football with you.